The immediate threat of the LA wildfires has subsided, but the rebuilding will take years.
As a tourist, it can be very difficult to know when to return to an area recovering from a disaster and how to handle a visit there. We talked to Wendy Gillette earlier this week about what you should know.
Brady and Susan, I asked Los Angeles Tourism for an interview about this, and they declined, saying their immediate goal is to provide help to those who need it. Other tourism organizations did offer insight into traveling again after the wildfires. Los Angeles remains in emergency mode, with fires still burning and some residents just now seeing the devastation of their neighborhoods for the first time. But the majority of Los Angeles County was untouched, including the city of West Hollywood, where hotels, including the Pendry and Sunset Marquis, are offering special rates to displaced residents.
Los Angeles is still open. Our airports are fully functioning. There's still public transport going on. Obviously, there's been a lot of people across the country who have understandably postponed or canceled their trips right now.
It's never easy to decide when to reschedule. After the Maui wildfires almost a year and a half ago, Hawaii Governor Josh Green made an early call for tourists to return.
How soon after the fires did you ask people to come back?
For me, it was 1 month to the day after the fires.
At the time, it was a controversial decision.
It was controversial, but it was also very deliberate, because we learned the lesson in COVID that if you're not deliberate about what you can offer, then people stay confused and they don't know whether to travel back. They don't know if they're welcome.
The University of Hawaii estimates Maui was losing $13 million a day in spending before tourists returned. The state offered advice to visitors that's helpful after any wildfire. Stay away from affected areas. Don't take pictures near burn zones, and be sensitive to what residents are experiencing.
If you're interacting with people in the tourism industry, be patient. Understand that there is a lot of angst that's happening right now.
It took a year for tourism to recover in Sonoma County, California, after the 2017 wildfires.
It's a scenario that we're all too familiar with, and we definitely know that the road to recovery is going to be a long one.
But those in the industry say tourism dollars are imperative to fund and speed up the process of recovery. The state of Hawaii is working on a program called Aloha for LA, which will allow first responders to visit at discounted rates. Brady and Susan?
So how could the situation in Los Angeles trickle down to Hawaii and other areas then?
Well, obviously the rebuilding efforts will limit travel for those affected for a while. 40% of tourists visiting Hawaii come from California, so the state is very important to tourism there, as well as many other neighboring states. Brady and Susan?
Wendy, thank you very much.
Sure.